Yeah, so I mean, we were probably waiting for the inevitable to get completed officially, and that's why I mean it took a bit of time, but eventually it has got over. Yeah, Miller will be happy that he got the 100 finally, but to be honest, I think at the back of his mind he will be sad that the 100 didn't come in a winning cause. New Zealand were sensational throughout the day, be it in batting, be it in bowling, be it in fielding. They were better than South Africa clearly in all aspects of the game, and that proved at the end. And to be honest, I think it's pretty fitting that the two best sides throughout the tournament played are going to play the final. India were competitive throughout the tournament. New Zealand, from the time they landed on the subcontinent shores, have been so good. I mean, they won all the games in the Tri Series, which just happened before the Champions Trophy. Then they came here, defeated Pakistan comprehensively, defeated Bangladesh comprehensively, fought hard against India, and the only team probably to give quite a bit of fight to India. Then again, were superbly sensational tonight against South Africa. So now Ritik to share his views.
Yes, so hello everyone, and well, not the semi-final that probably we wanted to see as cricket fans, because I mean, as soon as New Zealand posted a total of 362, it was definitely New Zealand's game to lose, and rightfully so, and that is what happened. South Africa, I mean, even though they showed some signs that they may be able to reach the target initially, but I mean, we all know that South Africa, being South Africa in these crunch moments, I mean, they have a tendency to choke. I mean, since they started playing cricket, and today was no exception. And anyway, I mean, I won't blame them especially for today, because this was anyway a very difficult target. But again, yeah, I mean, so if I see the margin now only 50 runs, so they might think at the back of their head that maybe if we, I mean, played a bit better, maybe we could have reached, because 50 runs is not a very huge margin. I mean, especially in a run chase of 362. So that's what I feel. I mean, it boils down to the nerves. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah,
363 is
but
never easy.
I think
Yeah.
then again, that's the thing. The scorecards sometimes don't reflect the true story. I mean, 50 runs you look like and you think, oh, 50 runs here and there, and we could have won. But the fact is, uh, New Zealand were clearly bossing the game from the first ball of the second innings.
Yes, New Zealand were clinical. I mean, and not just this match. I mean, throughout this Champions Trophy so far. I mean, of course, the one match is left, and now they're going to face India in the finals. But throughout this Champions Trophy, the matches they have played, they have looked very clinical. They seem to have a plan in their head. When they get into the field, they are playing like a unit, and their fielding. I mean, it would be an understatement if I don't. I mean, if to be not be an overstatement. I mean, no matter whatever you speak about their fielding, because they have been so brilliant. I mean, it's like 11 Jaunty Roads are playing in a single team. I spoke the other day, and yeah, I mean, impressive, absolutely impressive. Be it their batting, be it
See,
their
I mean,
fielding,
that's
be it
what
their bowling.
when the
Yeah,
when the half innings happened, I thought that I mean, even if it had been 330, 340, there would have been chance. But once it went to 360, it was too tough. And I think they needed a much better start from Bavuma. Not criticizing him. I mean, that's his style of play. But they needed someone who could bat at a better strike rate in that position for today, at least. Because when you're chasing
yeah,
360, you need at least a 90 95 strike rate knock from your opener, not a 78 strike rate knock, to be honest. And
yeah.
still, they were in the game for. They had a chance till the time Klassen was there. Once Klassen got out, it was all down to on Miller, and it was always gonna be difficult for them, to be honest.
Yeah, and looking at the scorecard, I mean, actually, it makes me feel even. I mean, it makes me feel bad for South Africa that you see the strike rate of Miller, 100 of 67, 149.25 strike rate, and then you look at someone like Themba Bavuma, 56 of 71 balls, less than 80 strike rate. So I mean, here and there you will always think that, I mean, had he played a bit better, or maybe some of the other guys, if they could have played at a better strike rate, who knows, South Africa might have won. But again, these things, I mean, in hindsight it's really easy to say, but at that moment, I mean, it's I mean, time once you lost, once you lose it in the match, I mean, it's not going to come back. So it's in the moment that you need to capitalize, and thinking about it later won't do any good. So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, And guys, if you're watching, please shoot in your comments, um, so that we can have some discussions.
Yes, absolutely. And please, guys, shoot up your comments, and it's only then that it will make the live interesting and interactive. Otherwise, it will just be me and Saptarshi talking with each other.
Yeah, surely.
And anyway, we expect a good participation today. I mean, anyway, India is into the finals, and now we know who we are going to face. Maybe, definitely, as a cricket fan, maybe not as a cricket fan, as an Indian cricket fan, I would have loved to have South Africa in the final, definitely, especially after what we did to them in 2024 T20 World Cup. But then again, I mean, if you are to be the champions, you will have to be the champion side. There's no way around
Yeah,
it.
so I'm meeting Shamir after a long, long time.
And right at the beginning of the live, that's great to see Shamir. I mean, right at the onset, we
Yeah,
can
I think
see his
Ritik,
comment.
if you can just notice, I think there's some background wind sound coming from.
Okay, okay. I think from my fan, the sound is coming. Just a moment.
Yeah, and Shamir, I mean, yeah. So how are you? I mean, I think it's quite a bit of time. I think last we met and after India Pakistan or sometime around that. Don't exactly remember.
Yeah, is it better now? I have moved a bit aside. I think it's better now.
Yeah. And also, I mean, one of the greats of our game, Steve Smith, called his time on ODI career. We will make something on
Yeah,
that tomorrow, and I mean that was pretty shocking to be honest. I mean, I think after he decided that it's time, and I mean that's something I appreciate from players outside the subcontinent. They usually don't drag their careers, unlike players from the subcontinent who, I mean, you like it or not. I mean, most of them like to drag their careers, and maybe sometimes even just make their careers a bit worse than it what it could have been had they retired in their peaks. But I think Smith decided that it's the right time. He needs to focus now on the red ball format and maybe play a bit of T20 leagues around the world, earning a few more bucks here and there. And he said that so 2027 is a couple of years away from here on. Let's groom the youngsters.
yeah, absolutely. And that
Yes,
is
yeah.
that's what big players do. That's what especially big players from outside the subcontinent do. They know that once they feel that they're not adding enough value to the side, they just think it's better to step aside and give pass on the baton to the juniors. And that's exactly what Steve Smith did. And I mean, as a cricket fan, I couldn't be happier. I mean, to see someone, I mean, bowing out of a format with his head side. I mean, it's a different thing. They lost. That's totally understandable. But yeah, I mean, he felt that okay, so maybe time has come. And I actually liked what he wrote. I mean, after I think he put up a tweet or post, I read somewhere that he said that it's a good time. 2 years are still left to prepare for the 2027 ODI World Cup, and maybe I am no more needed in the team, and the others can definitely they need to start preparing for that World Cup. And in order to do that, maybe it's time to step aside and let the others focus on the World Cup. So yeah, absolutely great thing, great gesture by Steve
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah, and I mean he was good throughout the Champions Trophy. I mean, particularly his leadership skills. I think if that unfortunate incident in 2018 hadn't happened, I mean, Australia could have won something more under him. Maybe his captaincy, I think, is
Yeah.
a bit underappreciated, but he's a pretty astute leader, and I mean the way he marshaled his troops with that much resource, that was pretty much commendable, to be honest. And yeah, I mean he could have got 100 in his last ODI, if not for the Brentford moment, but I mean, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's really shocking to be honest. Why he retired? I mean, it hurt me a
Yeah,
lot to be honest.
yeah. I mean, and as a player, he
Yeah, at
won
the age of 35, yeah.
two ODI
So
World Cups. So I mean, it's not that he's leaving without any, I mean, feathers in his cap. So that's definitely not the case. I mean, he has done his share. I mean, he has done enough actually, and plus two ODI World Cups. I mean, uh, it's absolutely fine. I mean, it's not that you had something. I mean, he could have achieved something even. I mean, something of a very high order had he played. I mean, a few more matches or few more years. I mean, he felt that he was satisfied. He was happy with his. I mean, with his decision, he was happy with the way he played in his ODI career. So yeah, I mean, if he felt that that's the right time, I mean, he's definitely we should respect his decision. Yeah,
Yeah, I
at the age
mean,
of 35, it was surprising for me. Exactly. I mean, and in the subcontinent, it's the 45 is their 35. So, I mean, you know what I mean. So, yeah,
yeah. So I mean, even if India ends up winning this city, I think a couple of great names would continue to play for another 3 4 years maybe.
absolutely, absolutely. I don't see, I mean, the big names retiring before 2027. Not that I
Even the
criticize it,
fans,
but
yeah,
yeah,
even the fans want so. So let it be.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we are a bit more individual focused anyway. That's a topic for a different day. So
No,
yeah,
no,
but
no. I mean,
moving
Labuschagne is no
continues.
Smith. Smith is Smith, and I mean, ODI. I think, yeah, he may not be Virat Kohli to be honest, but ODI also is a pretty good player. I mean, yeah, I remember those two couple of hundreds which he got in some 60 odd balls against India in 2020 series right after
Yeah,
COVID.
62 balls, 62 balls. Yeah.
And then that 100 which he got at Sydney in semi-final
Mm,
2015 World Cup, and the way he played that World Cup, even in 2019 semi-final, he got a I think 80 odd against England when the batting order collapsed. Yesterday again on that tricky pitch against the Indian spinners, the way he kept on playing along with Alex Carey, I mean that was, I mean this man is a class to be honest. And Test cricket, I don't need to reiterate his legacy to be honest.
that's the point. That's the point exactly. Because he's such a great player in Test cricket, we normally tend to forget that what he has done in the ODI format. Something that happens with many players. I mean, if you see AB de Villiers, I mean, people know him more because of the limited over formats. But then when you look at his Test record, you will understand how
Even
great a
Chris
Test batter
Gayle,
he
even
was.
Chris Gayle.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We normally know, I mean, tend to remember him for his T20 knocks, that 175 in the IPL. But I mean, when you open up the stats, you will get to know that how what I mean what a player he was. So that's exactly the case with Steve Smith because his test records are so great. I mean, we normally tend to forget. Okay, Pakistan dropped Babar and Rizwan permanently from T20 side. Great decision. Is it so? I'm not sure, Shamir. I mean, maybe I missed the news, but is it an official
Yeah.
notification?
Pakistan. I'm not sure about permanently or not, but yeah, they are not in the next squad. But I think they made Aga Salman Ali the captain. His T20 strike rate is also not impressive, to be honest. I know he hasn't played a lot of T20 games. I think he's played the PSL and all, but his strike rate is a tad below 120, which is not at all impressive in this era, to be honest. So I don't know how much in the right direction are Pakistan working.
Okay.
But
Okay, I
then
didn't
again,
know about this
last day,
news.
yeah, last day
Okay.
I was seeing some stats. So basically, I saw Pakistan's highest T20 striker minimum 250 balls faced till now is Shahid Afridi 150. After that, no one came. So that's a bit striking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aga Salman Ali's
Anyway, I
T20
mean,
striker is.
yeah, anyway, if they have taken this decision, I mean, it's definitely a good move, a positive move, I would say, considering that, I mean, these guys had, I mean, played enough matches to prove themselves, but still they were just not able to shift gears at the right time. And in T20, we all know that first 6 overs, if you don't get to a decent total, I mean, you just can't
Keep
make
the
it
wicket
up in the
and give
end.
chances to the
Yeah,
youngsters. Yeah, that will be a good thing. And I think the ODI side also needs
that's a
some
positive move.
renovations.
That's a positive move. I mean, I know there are a lot of Babar and Rizwan fans out there, but I mean, ultimately, you will have to, I mean, do what's good for the team at the end. Otherwise, you will just, I mean, keep on worshipping the heroes, something that happens so much, and I can't emphasize more in the subcontinent. Ultimately, it's a
Yeah,
team sport. So, yeah.
so
Okay,
that's
yes.
true.
So I completely forgot. I was about to talk with you, Saptarshi, regarding this fact. I mean, regarding this point rather. And also, I would like to ask the audience. So exactly the same pitch, not the same pitch, rather the same venue, Gaddafi Stadium, Australia versus England, and Australia go on to chase a target of 350 plus. Yeah, the target was different today. Again, 350 plus for South Africa. So what's in South Africa that's hindering them from doing what Australia did? I want to know your views on that because that was also a daunting total,
To be
350
honest,
plus.
first thing would be that was the first match of the for both sides in the tournament. So definitely
Yeah,
much less pressure than a knockout game. New
true.
Zealand's bowling is far superior than England's. Another point,
Yeah,
I would say.
agreed, agreed, agreed. Yeah,
At this point, England itself is a team in doldrums. To be honest, I mean the team is not in a very good state. Neither are the players. There's a lot of talk going on, a lot of noise around the team, the ex players and all coming up. So that's already there. And then, to be honest, South Africa have struggled time and again in
So,
chasing. So
hello
that was the
everybody. Hello
reason.
Ritik. Hello Saptarshi. Ritik after a long time.
Yeah, hi Abhishek, great
Yeah,
to have you back.
yeah. So thanks, Abhishek, for joining because
Great to see you both. And
I
what
may
was
need
the
to drop
discussion
off
going on?
sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I would like
Shamir
to
is back. Shamir is
yeah,
back
yeah,
after
yeah.
some time. So,
Hmm.
anyways, we were having the
Hi
discussion on the
Shamir. Hi
semi-final
Shamir. Yeah, I
and
was
as well
noting
as
some of the
on
comments.
Steve
Yes,
Smith
and I
also.
think Ritik was speaking something while I was joining. So, what was the
Yeah, so
discussion
I
going
would
on?
like to yeah. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what Ritik
so
was saying that on the same pitch, Australia chased 350 against England, but
exactly.
why couldn't South Africa do? So was it just the knockout pressure or was it something more?
Yeah, that's my question. The same
And that's
venue,
what
Australia can chase 350 plus, and South Africa failed to do so. Yeah, Abhishek,
and
please.
that's what my question was that the way Miller showed us how to bat. If the most
And
important
to
thing
be
was here.
honest, they needed a far better start in power play. They needed someone better than Temba Bavuma today in the
I
power
think
play.
Yeah,
start was
yeah,
important. I agree, but more than start, I think keeping wickets was very crucial, which they couldn't.
Yeah, once Klaasen got out, I knew that this game was over because Miller alone can't chase down those 200 runs.
And some were very cheap shots. I would say especially the Markram. What he was he doing? He was giving a catching practice to Rachin Ravindra. What was the dismissal of Bauma? I think you should also see that, especially the dot Santner, especially to take the wickets. You could have played him a bit more carefully and attacked the other bowlers. But I
Yeah,
think
New Zealand
the plan
and
was
South Africa
missing
lost a
completely.
few
The
wickets to
plan was
Phoenix and
missing
Ravindra also.
because I think if suppose 7 wickets were down, 7 wickets were left, and suppose they needed 10 in 100 overs, they could have easily done that. The New Zealand team did that. They scored 112 runs in the last 10 overs because the wickets were there,
Yeah,
and
classes and Sandner was superb. The way he changed his
he
pace
was
and the
superb.
way he
He was
kept
superb,
on bowling, even on that
and he
flat
will be
track, the way he
the factor
got
in the
purchase of the
final
wicket.
also. I'm telling now only if you don't play him well, he will cause us trouble. So you have to be careful of that, and that's why you respect Akshay Patel and Shreyas Iyer. The way he played, they played center in the New Zealand match. That was very crucial. Otherwise, India was not winning that match after
Yeah,
three
and
wickets
Sandner
were
is
down.
someone who doesn't need a lot of help from the surface. Also, he can get something out of a
yeah,
flat wicket also.
exactly.
And this was the same pitch. I think, yeah, as Ritik mentioned, that which where Australia stays 350 runs with 48 or with more than 36 balls to spare. And South Africa batting is not nonetheless. But I think some of the batters they disappointed. They could not convert especially the likes of you will see the Dassie Van der Dussen and Bauma. They could not convert their 50s to big scores.
See, I
Markram
think
after,
Babuma, to be honest, didn't have the game to chase this down alone.
but he
Had he
had
played
the
more balls, it would have
ability.
been detrimental for South Africa only, not for New
Uh,
Zealand.
I
Okay, so I
think
think Shamir is saying hi to Abhishek. Okay.
Yeah,
hi,
and
hi,
also I
Shamir,
think I
please.
missed Shamir's one comment before. So Shamir was just telling that and the new era of Pakistan in T20 cricket, he was saying about that. He said now we will play an attacking brand of cricket. That's why we selected this squad, all attacking players, Fakhar
Is
and
it
Saeem to come.
if they're going with the same brand of cricket, then my only question is that what Aga Samman is doing as a captain there, and what Shadab Khan has done to bring get his performance back in the team.
Akash Salman Ali's
I know
strike rate is 116 in T20 cricket. Why is he the
absolutely.
captain?
Then it is worse than and what he has done specifically with Aga Salman. If you tell in
If you have
ODI,
given him a chance
it's
because he
okay.
has done well in ODI and Test, then it's again going in the same
Again,
direction.
I am not buying that logic. Basically, here you have players like Rohit Sharma with strike rate of I think 140, retiring from T20 just to give others a strike rate, just to give others a chance. And here you are making a player like of the caliber of Aga Salman, uh, who doesn't have any performance as of now in the T20 format, and you are giving him the captaincy. What I heard is that is initially that Shadab Khan was initially meant to be the captain, but somehow that news got leaked. So just to avoid the distraction, they made Aga Salman the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
good
think
good point from Shamir. I think Shamir has a comment that Sandner is a very smart operator. Indeed,
Yeah, yeah.
indeed, absolutely.
indeed, and
And
that's why.
Sandner, even if you see his, the thing is, even if you see his T20 matchups, most of the left-handers against have a negative matchup against left arm spinners have a native matchup against left-handed batters, but Sandner is a good operator even against left-handed batters. So I remember that CSK game versus LSG. So Puran was
Exactly,
batting,
exactly.
and
Yeah, yeah.
Dhoni had two options of Jadeja and Sandner. He moved Jadeja. He didn't use Jadeja against Puran, but he brought Sandner, knowing that Sandner has a knack even against the left-handers, and he averages better against left-handers, I think, in T20s.
Yeah, Dhoni being a very smart operator, he brought another smart operator against Puran. So yeah, that's the case. Okay, Agha
Agha Salman
Salman
is a
is a
number three
number
batter
three
in
batter.
cricketing, yes, but under
Yeah,
Rizwan captaincy, he was playing at 5 and 6.
No, I'm
yeah.
talking about his international strike rate, not the PSL strike rate. Even in
International, I think he played only two matches in the Australia series.
that's what he told, and he was not looking. No, no. I think he played in the South Africa series also. He played in the
Yeah, I
Zimbabwe
don't
series
remember.
also. In the Zimbabwe match. I remember he scored. I think 32 runs or 32 balls, chasing something. I don't remember the target now. And then
I was
the
yeah, so
team
that's what I said.
lost by 10 runs.
Last day I was checking a list of Pakistan batters in history with the highest strike rate in T20I cricket, having faced minimum of 250 balls, and I was shocked to see that the only batter with 140 plus strike rate was Shahid Afridi with 150, and next best is Shadab Khan with 138, I think, or
No,
something.
Fadab Khan is a good striker. I'm not denying that, but
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, you don't have any proper batters with a strike rate of 140 plus in
Shadab
history,
Khan
having
is
played
not a batter, and
T20
his
cricket for
job is to
15,
take
16 years now.
exactly, and his job is to take wickets, not bat. I think that is not what expected of him, at least in my view. At
Yeah,
least,
so even in the past, they didn't have good strikers, but the game was such that they still could make
and
up with it.
Shadab
But now
Khan,
the game has
yeah,
evolved, and if you can't get good strikers, I mean, you will just become
yeah,
another
and Shadab
Bangladesh in
Khan
T20
against
cricket.
quality bowlers also. I don't back him too much. So it's the duty of the opening
Shadab
players
Khan, I've
only.
seen him playing good knocks sometimes. I remember him in the 2022 T20 World Cup. I think he played well against South Africa.
But
He and,
those comes here and there, not on a consistent basis, and
he
it's
and
not
Mohammad
expected
Harris.
of him. And it's not expected of him also, because his job is to take wickets and come lower down the order and give, I think, score 15 or 30 runs, something
In
like that.
fact, even in the ODI team now, Rizwan and Babar's place needs to be questioned. I mean, if you're playing at 70
No,
strike
if
rate,
you're
there's
talking
no
about
point in
ODI
making
team,
any chance.
then Short Shakil was dropped after scoring 64 runs. You dropped Kamran Ghulam, telling that he is not a good fielder. If fielding is the criteria, then it's a lot of other people are also not good at fielding. He didn't play any match, and then he was dropped for no reason. So I think I don't know
See,
that
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that Gambhir did. So when he was asked about Kale, he's giving that logic of averages, and when asked about Rohit, he's just like that. We don't see stats. So I mean, that's double standards you are setting. Uh, yeah,
See, Gambhir has been very poor at press conferences and all those things. I think
yeah.
he doesn't know how to speak in public, to be honest. I mean, I respect Gambhir, the cricketer, but he doesn't know how to speak in
No,
public, and it's been going
he's a
on.
great team man. He's a great team man. I will
he's a
never
great
deny.
team
But
man. Yeah,
when it comes to public speaking or speaking to addressing the press, he's I mean he's as bad as one can get. He's the worst,
So
if not
Shamir is
I
saying
mean
Shadab
one of
will
the
now be a
worst,
proper
if
batter.
not the worst.
Maybe who that goal.
then he doesn't fit my team. If he doesn't bowl, then I think this is not fitting my team. Sorry. Then you have far more better batters in Pakistan than Shadab.
See,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know Pakistan's T20I cricket future. ODI, I still think they have talent. Maybe they're just lacking. Also, the bowling needs to be fixed. I don't know what bowler they have picked in the T20I series. Need to have a look.
they're
Also,
again going
guys,
with
it just yeah, Abhishek.
they're going again with Shaheen Shah Afridi and all. And Usman Khan, he didn't play. If I talk about ODI, he didn't play any single ODI game, and he was dropped. So I don't get
Yes,
this selection.
I'm just dropping for a while. You guys discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely,
So
surely.
basically, yeah, as I was mentioning that I think the yardstick and the like the metric for dropping or choosing a player is different for every player. I think for Babar Azam and Rizwan, they can get
Yeah.
7 tournaments. They have failed, but still they can keep them. But for other players, it's just one tournament. So I think it's very sad to see.
Okay, I think Shamir has a comment. He's saying, and I don't know why they dropped Kamran Ghulam. Exactly,
That's
exactly.
what my point is. Why they dropped Kamran Gullam? Why they dropped first Shakil? He scored 64 runs in that India match. Otherwise, I think Saptarshi screen stuck. So you're dropping a player who scored
Yeah,
64 runs in on those tough conditions against India, a high pressure game. What Babar Azam did there, what Rizwan did there, at least he stacked it. I think in ODI, I think you have also watched a lot of ODI games. I think 74 runs in 74 balls, 64 runs is not a, I think a bad strike rate to have as a middle order batter.
I think
So
it comes around something around 90 if you are scoring 64 of 74.
something
That's
like that. And
definitely not a bad strike rate. I mean, definitely not a strike rate for which you can get dropped. Definitely not.
so
Yeah, so I mean, let's come to today's match. And I was about to ask this question to both you and Saptarshi. Anyway, Saptarshi, when he's back, he will answer that
yeah,
this, oh man, this spin attack. I mean, I think after ages, I'm seeing such a good spin attack from a non subcontinent team. I mean, from a Sena team. I mean,
absolutely, absolutely.
this attack is just spinning a web. I mean, there's no other way I can describe it. They are just spinning a web like anything with the opponent, and such a good spin attack for from overseas teams, it's a rarity. It's a rarity, I tell you.
Absolutely. But I think Ritik, yeah, I think most of the things are coming from Saturn only. If you talk about Bristol, he has not impressed us that much. He's a good spinner, we all know. But yeah, I think Santner is doing most of the heavy lifting here. So
Yeah, but
I'm
the
not
others are also complementing. I mean, if not as good, but they're at least playing that supporting role, and that is great to see.
absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, it's
And I think
not every day that you will hear that New Zealand has a good spin attack. I mean, normally when we hear about these teams, South Africa, England, New Zealand, Australia, it's always the pacers that come to the limelight. But it's for the first time, and it's actually good to see that we are seeing the spinners step up to the occasion. Given that it's the tournament is being held in subcontinent, and these players are also like getting some chance. I mean, I would have loved to see actually guys like Leon playing in this tournament. I mean, they would have wreaked havoc. I tell you.
especially in Dubai conditions,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think. But anyway, I think Zampa is a like a great bowler for Australia. He has done a lot for Australia in the white ball matches. So I think
yeah.
yeah, I think Zampa was the right choice in the limited overs. But I think yeah, I think playing one extra Australia. What Australia did is that they went with quantity instead of quality, and I think their strength was
Yeah,
their fast
yeah.
bowling, which they didn't went with. And I think that's the reason I was worrying because if New Zealand goes to the final, then we cannot say that definitely India. If South Africa went to the final, I would have said it's 90-10 in favor of India because they cannot play spin, and today they
but
showed.
but
On a,
now but now now India cannot expect something cheap. I mean, New Zealand will fight till their last breath. I can assure you that.
they will
It
fight
goes
some
without saying.
till the last bit. Yeah, they played again well against them again in the group stage, but now it's a completely different what to say pressure of knockout. India did well, but yeah, we can come to that.
With New Zealand, it's definitely. I mean, you cannot say that point out one team and say that they are the favorites.
And from
You
the
can't
last,
do that.
from starting, I'm telling that people are worrying about Australia a lot, but New Zealand can hamper you a lot. And let trust me, they've in recent times in Australia have hampered India only in one final, but most of the matches they have lost. But New Zealand has hampered India more. They've beaten India in group stages also, and yeah, so you cannot take them
If I
lightly.
consider the WTC, then two maybe one in Test, one in
Yes,
ODI
that's
World
why
Cup.
I told limited overs
Hmm.
because in
Yeah,
that case
yeah.
New Zealand has also done, but New Zealand has
Okay,
hampered India.
it's
Yeah.
great to see someone new commenting. I guess he's watching our channel for the first time, Hattori. So hi, Hattori. Yeah,
No,
New
I think
Zealand bowling
Hattori
is
was
very
there. I
deadly.
think he used to come.
Okay,
I think earlier.
yeah, maybe
But
I don't
but
remember.
but if Hattori you are something new, please subscribe to our channel. Please share it along with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friends, family, and relatives, and please
As you
let the
know
channel
that
grow.
our team has been working tirelessly this Champions Trophy, and there's just
Yes,
one match left, but we there hasn't been a single day that we have missed coming to the live. So I mean, you can see that
absolutely.
the kind of
And
content and
it is
kind of dedication
specifically
that our team is putting in. Yeah, yeah.
and it's specifically for all of your love. And as Ritik mentioned, so I just don't need to talk 2 minutes. I would like to thank Saptarshi for that, specifically Rajatava who has been coming regularly.
Yeah, yeah, even
The,
you,
the
even
guys with the
Abhishek.
thoughts. And Ritik, I would
Yeah,
say that he has been working on the back end non-stop to and fro with the thumbnails, with the editing and all those parts. Um, there is Godav also who has been supporting with the back end. Ashish
Ashish
has
from time to time. Yeah.
and you have got the shots for every match, which I would recommend you. There is a Tempest of playlist, which
So
I
guys,
recommend you to watch all the
so
playlists.
yeah.
Yep.
So if there is a major cricket event happening, then you can rest assured that our channel is working day and night to cover it. So that's all I can say.
And this is the
Yeah,
non-stop destination. This is the non-stop destination for all of you to watch quality cricketing content, and absolutely,
yeah,
and we acknowledge that how much audiences comments are important, and
yeah.
your comments will be most vital for doing our analysis. So yeah, I think, can we take
And
the next
yeah,
comment? If, yeah,
yeah. Let's take the next comment. So that
I think
was about our channel.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I think this comment is,
yeah. So is there someone new? Hatari, I'm
yeah,
seeing.
no, no. He's an old subscriber. He just wrote in the
yeah,
comment.
no,
I am an
no,
old subscriber.
I remember,
Yeah, yeah.
I remember him.
Okay.
Okay,
Rachin Ravindra he's
Rachin
talking about.
Ravindra. I
What a
mean, he's
player
a
he is.
super talent.
500
Oh
in
man.
ICC
Oh
events.
man.
He's a super talent, and I'm wondering why India let go of this talent, and I think he can be as dangerous as Travis said in the final. So Indians have to dismiss him mildly.
Yeah, I mean,
Most Indian
he's not.
fans were cheering for South Africa today. They are disappointed today that after South Africa lost the match. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true.
To
Yeah,
be
they were
honest,
cheering mostly because they won South Africa. Yeah, please tell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the
yeah.
reason they
I mean,
wanted.
can't deny the fact. To be honest, I mean, any team would have wanted South Africa. I mean, thinking of their track record, but again, New Zealand have also lost a lot. But then still, I mean, India. I think given an
See,
option, they would surely prefer South Africa.
when it comes to choking, I mean, if New Zealand is X, South Africa is X to the power n. I'm being absolutely honest about it.
And to be honest,
Yeah,
India knows New Zealand. Even if they talk to other teams, they have some issues with the Indians. Every time they come against India, they are a different team. To be honest, we have seen it. I
yeah.
mean, they did the unthinkable of 3-0, beating India 3-0 in at home, which no team could do for 12 years.
And not
That that just
will be able to do. I think
I
that
still
also I'm telling it
I
now.
mean, whenever I hear that, even now, I mean, after so many days have passed
And they
by,
did that,
I
and they
still
did
can't
that
believe
without.
that.
Kane Williamson.
I
Exactly,
think
exactly.
I think considering Kane Williams is recording subcontinent, it was good that he didn't play.
Yeah, but
On a
I
lighter
mean,
note,
then
no,
New
because you're
Zealand's
telling
record
without Kane
itself was
Williamson.
also not something to
No,
boast
you're
about.
telling this is wrong because Saptarshi Will Young, I think he played at number. He played
Yeah, but you didn't
brilliantly.
expect Will Young will play like that, right? When
No.
I
He
mean,
played in 2021 also when the New Zealand came. He played good. So he has shown us his mettle in subcontinent conditions. And on my knowledge, based on Ken Williamson's age now currently, and if you consider his experience, his performance in the subcontinent, I think New Zealand. I think Will Young did mostly what Kevin Williamson could have done. I
see, I
think
mean, to be honest, Kane Williamson also, I think, may call his time after this
If
championship.
you
Who
ask
knows?
me, I
Probably.
think Joe Root is a much better player in subcontinent. If you ask me,
Joe
Joe
Root or
Root is
Steve
much
Smith.
better.
I think
Yeah,
Steve Smith. I would rate Steve Smith because if we talk specifically about India, he has performed consistently. Joe Root, yeah, he has scored big hundreds. But if you talk about a series span, it is like in 10 matches one double hundred or in 10 matches two. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Steve Smith is one who can hamper you throughout the series. Remember the 2017 series? I think he scored 400s in India. I think
yeah,
we have to
yeah,
take the
yeah.
list.
No, not 400s. I think 300s. I
No, I
mean,
think
I think the
uh,
only the second match he didn't score 100
okay. So 300s in
in
India
Bengaluru.
in a
Yeah,
4 match
he
series.
scored in Pune, he scored in Dharamshala, and he scored in Ranchi.
So you
Yeah.
understand that how much like the player of WRO Steve Smith can hamper you throughout the series, and yeah, that is one. Obviously, Joe Root is another great player, but yeah, Williamson.
Yeah, Smith is owner of India, Kohli is owner of Australia.
Absolutely.
I think both loves playing against each other, and I think
And that's why they are so good friends. I mean, when I see them in the field, they are always acknowledging each other. That's the reason, maybe.
No, I think there was some issues in the 2017 series, and I think Virat also said, "I will never be again friends with the Australians" or something like that. But
No,
I think over
but
the last
this
Virat
two
has
three years,
tournament I'm
things have
seeing,
become better.
this tournament,
no
the kind
whatever
of
the,
mutual respect I see between
Yeah,
Steve Smith and Virat Kohli, that's of a different level. That's of a different level, for
surely.
sure. See,
and
these things will
absolutely.
happen in the heat of moment. These things will happen, but at the end of the day, both know that how deadly they can be against their
Yeah,
teams.
surely,
So yeah,
surely, surely.
Surely,
and
and the
yes,
way I like, yeah,
yeah,
and the way
yes,
I like
Abhishek.
Smith is that the way he has led his team. His team was depleted. You don't have Pat Cummins, you don't have Mitchell Stark, you don't have Hazelwood, but still you're able to lead your team to fighting. You're able to make your team fight. I think that's the quality of a leader. I think, and I think
and
Steve Smith
then
should be
and
appreciated
then
for that.
deciding to retire when you think that you are no longer needed. That's even a bigger
That's
gesture, I would say.
even a more gesture. As mentioned, at the age of 35, I think he could have easily played the 2027 World Cup, but I think he
For
sacrificed
sure,
his
for
place
sure.
for a new player. So there are new talents coming up in Australia.
And that's
Australian
that's
man.
the hallmark of a champion. That's the hallmark of a big player.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
goes
said.
without saying.
I even think Kane Williamson might also follow this route. He's also started playing a lot of leagues now, just making life easy for himself. And
In New
at
Zealand,
this
Maybe,
age, he might
maybe.
think of dropping out a couple of formats.
in New Zealand, what happens is that they don't get much cricketers. So I think they sign a pact that if a player comes, you have to play with New Zealand for 15 years. I think so. That's the
Yeah,
issue
Team
with
New
Saudi
the
did
Zealand. I
that.
mean, New
Team
Zealand
Saudi
itself
New
is
did
a
that.
Zealand
small,
did that.
small. New Zealand itself
Yeah.
is a small place, so you don't have that
So
much of resources like Indian cricket.
so if you go there,
Exactly, exactly.
they would not leave you until 20 years because they don't find much cricketers. So
Kane
I think
Williamson average in Asia in ODI 47 and in Test 47.71. Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
considering Asia, so he's considering
Sri
UAE
Lanka as
and
well.
UAE and
Sri
Sri Lanka,
Lanka.
Pakistan. That's
Pakistan,
what I
and
yeah no
India.
no no. His average in Sri Lanka is not good. I think he's considering mostly the Pakistan where he scored a double century. But we all
Yeah,
know the
and
time
even
when
in
he
UAE, I think he has some hundreds against Pakistan.
yeah yeah. So you can tell mostly about Pakistan, but if you talk about Bangladesh, India, Sri
India.
Lanka, he doesn't have that impressive a record. Maybe yeah. As per last time I checked his stats, they were not impressive. But yeah, ODI I'm not doubting. The ODI he has performed everywhere. Ken
Yeah. Also, do
Williamson.
you see any of the Indian stars retiring if they win on Sunday?
No,
No, no, no, no. Absolutely
no,
no.
no,
And guys, on
Uh,
that
No,
point, it's just a
no,
notification
I'm
came.
asking.
So
I'm not asking if you want or not. I'm saying. I mean, maybe they won't retire, but do you think anyone would retire?
no, no,
no.
no.
Yeah.
So yes,
There's no point.
guys,
And
on that point, our shorts
up
has been posted as mentioned that we are, I mean, posting shorts every game after every
Yeah.
match.
So
So I
today's
think
shot has
yeah,
also come up.
and a
it's
player
just, I mean,
retires
yeah,
when he is not in form, but when he is giving value to the team and when he has a fitness, compare. I think two levels double the fitness of other players. I think there's no point of
yeah.
retiring. And we all saw
Saptashi, if you
yesterday.
can post that link of the shorts, I think that would be helpful to the audience.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
think
So guys, our shorts is out. India, as you all know, the big news: India facing New Zealand, and that's the point I was discussing with Abhishek. That after a long time, I'm seeing such a deadly, rather I should use the word, such a deadly spin attack from New Zealand. They are just spinning a web. So Saptashi, your thoughts on the New Zealand spin attack currently?
Yeah, I mean it's a good spin attack to be honest. Yeah, I know. Uh, uh, Mitchell Sanders is superb. Yeah, the other guys maybe are not that deadly, but yeah, they can pose a threat.
and that is
Rachin
the
is there,
and that's the
versus
reason
their
I
Michael Westwood.
yeah, my respect for Shreyas increases more. The way he handles Mitchell Santner, it's
Hmm.
definitely is different than the other players who handle him. We have seen Kohli
Yeah,
struggling against Santner. We have seen Rohit Sharma struggling against Santner. But I think Shreyas Iyer has a terrific record against Santner, which shows that I think he would be the key factor for India in the finals.
And do
And
you think
yeah,
so?
surely.
India will be biting their nails, given that New Zealand is
No, no,
now
no, man.
qualified to the finals.
I mean, I think Australia also panicked and did that same thing yesterday. New Zealand shouldn't do that, to be honest. You already
Okay.
have got three spinners, then you have got Rachin as the fourth spinner. How many more spinners you need?
yeah, I think unless I think, but Henry bowled the final over, so I think Henry is also fine. So I think yeah, I think New Zealand will not be
Yeah,
doing anything. But I think in my opinion, if you ask India batting first, anything over 270 plus, it's India winning.
yeah, surely.
So I think India needs to focus on that and the kind of quality. I would not compare
Okay,
it to an
okay. So
Indian.
another news has come up just in the wee hours of the day. I mean, Mushfiqur Rahim has retired.
Okay. What a player! What a player
What a
for
player, what a
Bangladesh.
servant for Bangladesh, and I think that's also quite
I am
interesting.
announcing my retirement from the ODI format as of today. Yeah,
I think this
So you can
captain's
see,
trophy.
guys, that we have such a good network of, I mean, our teammates and friends that any news we get instantly and we like to share it with you. So I mean, you know that, I mean, just Abhishek, the point he was mentioning, that it's a one stop destination for all the cricket happenings. Any news, any update you want, you can get here for sure.
And what about Mehmudullah? I think he will also call his time. Not sure. He already called it in the T20 format. ODI format, I'm not sure. Maybe,
But
may
I think
not be.
Mahmudullah, I think what a guy he has been also. The man of big, we call Shikhar Dhawan the player of ICC tournaments, but
Yeah,
Mahmudullah, the
yeah,
player
yeah.
of the 2015 World Cup, the 2017 Champions Trophy, the 2020 World Cup which he played, averaging almost 50, I think, over 50 in the 9 matches. I think he has been a great
Good
servant for
point. Good
Bangladesh
point.
team.
Good point from Hattori. Tamim Iqbal,
Yeah,
Shakib, and Mushfiqur Rahim, the backbones of Bangladesh.
And
Absolutely.
I think,
I can't agree more.
yeah. I mean, the five earliest guys of Bangladesh, the five legends. I would say Tamim, Mashraf
And
Mortaza,
add
the
to that
captain who
Mohammad
instilled
Ashraful.
confidence in
Mohammad
them.
Ashraful.
Mohammad
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ashraful.
I mean, he had his career cut short for some of the field reasons, whatever it was. But
But he was one of the trailblazers of Bangladesh cricket. He was one of the
yeah, I
reason
mean,
that
I
Bangladesh
think he
cricket
scored a 50 in that
became
famous
popular.
India game where
Yeah.
also against Australia, he played well, one where they defeated Australia. So I think, yeah, Mahmudullah, Mushfiq, Shakib, Tamim, and Mortaza. I think these are the five. I mean, if you call that sort of Panchapandav sort of
These
thing for
actually
Bangladesh
these are
players.
the guys because of which Bangladesh came to be known, came to be renowned in world cricket. Otherwise, they
And
didn't have much
I was
following
having a
back
conversation
then.
with some of my Bangladeshi friends, and they were still on the
Okay.
belief that still needs to be there, considering the way Bangladesh is playing now. So that's the impact Shakib has laid onto the Bangladesh side.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely.
See, if you that's the thing. When you tell me about Afghanistan, immediately a face that comes to my mind is Rashid Khan. Similarly, if you talk about
So, no,
Bangladesh,
even not even
immediately
Rashid Khan. I would
one
say
face
the
that comes
father
to
of
my mind.
Afghanistan. Yeah, I will say the father of Afghanistan kid is
Yeah.
Mohammad Nabi. To be honest,
Even
And they
Rashid
call him the
also to
president
some
also.
extent. Yeah.
do you guys know Moin Akhtar?
Yes, yes, yes. I know him. He's a comedian, and he used to do a show with Anwar Masood. He was a great comedian. I think
Okay. Okay.
you all have, I think, seen that meal, that tabla,
Ha
wo,
ha ha ha. Harmonium.
harmonium.
Tabla
So
Harmonium.
that
Tabla.
guy was the Moin Akhtar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
Abhishek follows a lot of Pakistan.
no,
Um,
I follow a lot of Asian channels. So yeah, he was a great
No,
comedian.
Afghanistan.
Unfortunately, he
No,
passed.
Abhishek anyway has a visa-free entry to Pakistan. If he goes, they will anyway happily, take him in his country. So
Yeah,
anyway, jokes
I
apart.
think
So
the program name was, I think, Loose Talk, where he used to do this shows. It was a classic,
I think
I
that
think.
Harmonium that became
okay,
very
okay.
famous
I
during
think
the
it
COVID
is
times.
that guy who said, "Hum nahi karenge, hamara morji."
Exactly, exactly. So you have seen a lot of his memes. He was a great. He could portray like any character. He played the role of Manmohan Singh very well, and it was seemed like Manmohan Singh is playing that character. So that guy, he unfortunately passed away in 2011-12, but a great
Okay,
comedian.
okay,
Okay, so it's been a long
And
time. I
from
mean, yeah,
him, I
he's
think
pretty old.
if you watch Kapil Sharma and a lot of the comedians, we are going off the track. So they have also told that Moin Akhtar and one more guy was that, forgetting them. From them, we have taken the inspirations, like the now the happens right, the comedy shows in India. So it has all been inspired from the Pakistani, those comedians.
see,
Yeah, also last.
in performing arts,
Yeah,
Pakistan is, really good. The Pakistani dramas you see, the films they make, they're of a different level. I've always appreciated them, to be honest.
Especially the dramas, I think it always
Oh
touches
my
upon
god,
the
oh my god.
society level. The way our Indian web series is doing it now. But yeah, anyways, I think we are diving.
I have
Yeah,
actually watched quite a few Pakistani dramas, and the kind
they are
of
top notch.
the mannerism, the way they speak, the language, the culture they show. Oh man, that's of a different level. Can't compare it with the web series. Definitely not. I actually love them.
Moin Akhtar was playing the role of. Okay. Yeah, also last video has got 320
No, I
something
think
views.
Anwar Masood used to be the host, I think. And yeah, Moin
Yeah,
Akhtar was
so
the
it's great to see the audience supporting our
our
video
video
and giving
cost.
us so much
What
love.
he said? Can you repeat
330,
that?
300 plus
330, I
views,
think. And that
300
India
plus views.
advantage videos.
The last
Unfair
video
advantage to India. Yeah. So thank you guys once again for that.
and the last video 430 views. We are almost like grateful, and we hope the same thing happens in lives also. I know.
And anyway, our subscriber counts have increased. So we are close to 260, I think, 260 subscribers. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay, guys. So let's come to the big question now. So only one match left: India versus New Zealand. What's your thoughts? Both. Anyone can go first. Saptarshi or Abhishek.
India will be favorites, but New Zealand will give a fight.
Yep.
One liner.
Yep.
So Satoshi,
Yep.
are you expecting it to in 2019? Yeah, I also feel the same. But I was feeling South Africa, but I was wanting South Africa to go because we don't want any more scars from New Zealand. And as I think Satosh, as I think in WWE, Ric Flair used to say one that in order to beat the man, you have to be the man, you have to beat the man. So I think
Yeah,
India team has
yeah.
to do the same thing. I think so. They
Yeah,
already did
yes,
it once in
again.
2010,
So
and
another revenge loading this time of 2000.
of the
Maybe
2000. And the only thing I'm worrying
No,
is
this
that
will be this
the
if it
recap of
happens. If it
2017
happens, it will
shouldn't
be a proper
happen.
revenge. It will be a proper revenge because exactly same stage city final.
that was
And
way
you beat
back,
all the good
man.
teams. You
2000.
cannot tell that is way back.
Are all the players alive also who played in that game? I'm not sure.
Were some of us born? I mean,
Yeah,
that
absolutely. I think
city Champions
It-
Trophy.
it- yeah,
yeah, I
it
was
happened
born.
2 days after I was
I
born.
was born.
Okay,
The
okay.
semi-final happened
I
on
was
my
born in
birthday.
1998,
Yeah. So anyway, I was also born
and
before that.
I
So
think Saurav Ganguly scored a century in that match. I think
Yes, Saurabh scored a
Did a
century.
total of something
Sachin
250,
scored 69.
and I think
So India had a very a good start, 141 for no loss. Then they collapsed and finished at 264 for six. And New
and I
Zealand
think
had a
Kyle
tough
Mills
start.
scored a century,
They were
if I'm
132
not
for
wrong.
five. And then Chris Kynes got that 100.
Chris
oh
Keynes, yeah,
man,
and Chris Keynes,
आप लोग
yes.
मैच क्यों नहीं जिताते हैं? He said हमारा मर्जी, जब हम मैच जिताते हैं तो हम पर इंक्वायरी पर टिक
हमारे पर
जाता है,
इंक्वायरी बैठ
इसलिए
जाती
हमने
है.
फैसला किया है कि हम जीतेंगे ही
Exactly.
नहीं.
okay, okay.
That was the way he put it, and Ritik and we all Bengalis, so
Yeah.
the Bengali touch which he brought, I think it was looking mostly like a Bengali speaking in Hindi. So yeah, I think that tone to bring uh, non-Bengali
Yeah, so
people
the Legends game, India has lost today to Australia, but Sachin scored 64 of 33.
still is from that why is the best after 11 years of 12 years of retirement.
And still nothing has changed. I mean, whenever Sachin performs, very rarely India ends up on a winning course. Hard luck, but yeah, that's what it is, man. Sachin will have to face it till his death. Till his, I mean, he will take it to his grave. That whenever I perform, some way or the others will manage to make our team
That's the
lose.
reason I think Sachin has to wait till his last World Cup uh, for
Yeah.
him to win a World Cup. I think.
And luckily, he didn't score 100 that day. Luckily, or a 50 for
Hmm.
that matter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Sachin, what he since he used to come open, I think I don't know how many games he have finished chasing, but I think so he has to attack and sometimes he has to play the new ball also. So I think
See,
he
back
couldn't
then
stay
there was
on
no one to support Sachin. I mean, it was like if Sachin
exactly,
gets out,
exactly
India loses. It was as simple as that.
until the 2000s when the Dravid came, when Yuvraj came, Sehwag came, but in 90s it was
Hmm.
all like if Sachin got out,
It was a one man army. He was that
you
one
take
man army.
you take the 1996 semi-final. I think in which happened. I think when
Yeah,
Sachin
the
got
96
out.
second final, I mean, India just collapsed
Sachin
like
got
a pack
stumped
of
out
cards.
against South Africa, against by Jayasuriya. I think he was batting
Yeah,
on
Sri
60,
Lanka.
and then India was 120 for 8, chasing 260 something.
Yeah, also, I mean, Kambli crying in the game and all those things.
I think that was in Eden, if I'm not wrong. Eden Gardens.
Yeah, the stands were set ablaze after that by the
Iran
spectators.
has seen so much.
Yeah,
I think there was
yeah.
another match at Eden where Shoaib Akhtar bowled out
Jayasuriya
Sachin for a duck.
was also a bowler, especially in one day, dispensing the great man.
Yeah.
Also, whom are you expecting to be man of the tournament? I mean, I think if India wins, Virat. If New Zealand wins, maybe Rachin.
Absolutely, I think it all depends on the result now.
And also,
Yeah.
who of these two guys play the better in the final?
See,
Also, Akshar Patel can be a contender.
so
I
I'm
think.
already I think mentioned in group now, but I have a serious
See,
reservation
even
on
if
this.
Virat fails, I don't think that we can blame him. I mean, after what he has done till now, I mean,
Yeah, I
till the
think he played
semi-final.
well in semi-finals, so I think now he can take it
Now
light. Maybe
you
he
can't
won't
just
take it light,
put
but
fingers
it's
at
like
him. Just can't put
yeah,
fingers at him if even if he doesn't score, because the others will have to step up. Others will have to step up
Okay,
for
since the
sure.
point of Sachin Tendulkar came up, yeah, I just saw he scored 65 of 88. So India were chasing 252 runs, I think. No, how much
Okay,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
chasing?
okay.
No, they were
I
chasing
think
this much.
New Zealand will win. It will be Matt Henry. Okay, so he's
Okay,
saying if New
okay.
Zealand win, then it will be Matt Henry.
Yeah, I'm coming to that, and yeah, just to mention that Ritik's point that Sachin Tendulkar 65, and then now Sidhu 3, Manjrekar 25, Azharuddin 0, Kambli 10, Srinath 6, Mungia 1, and the list goes on. So
So
it
not a
shows that
single 50. Yeah.
It shows Sachin's importance to Indian team back in the 90s. And now coming to the question, see, uh, like the if you see Shuman Gill and you tell me that Shuman Gill is the next Virat Kohli, then I don't think this is the best time for him to prove. He has not done great job in the knockouts, and this is the time I think you should the likes of Shuman Gill should step up, likes of Rohit Sharma should step up. Like you cannot play I think 5-10 balls, score 20 runs, and go out telling me that I'm playing a selfless knock. It is not in my
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
It's not
Again, I
my.
mean,
It is not
Matt
in my book.
Henry and Kyle Jemistan's new ball spell will be important. Sanders middle overs will be important.
But it will be important. But I think if India can survive, or if in power play, if one wickets also lose, I think the middle overs. I think I'm predicting that Santner will not cause much trouble to the
and
Indian
and
ranks.
also you forgot another important aspect: New Zealand fielding versus Indian fielding. Fielding will
So
play an
you add
important role.
20 runs there. That if India is chasing
Yeah.
suppose 250, you add that India needs to chase
Their
270.
fielding will make it appear 270.
Okay, so today David Miller's 100 was the fastest 100 ever in a Champions Trophy game.
David Miller is
Previous
always a
highest
man of
was
knockouts, and he showed South African players how to bat.
previous fastest was Virender Sehwag.
You remember
Yeah,
the
but
2023 World Cup semi-final when he
yeah,
scored
but
that
David
100?
Miller would be so sad that despite being the man of the knockouts, when all I mean he had the chance, so close to giving his team the victory, he was caught by a blunder of a catch.
I'm not
It
saying
could
that
have
this
been
pitch
South Africa's
couldn't
score.
have been chased. I think the wicket of Rassi Vander Dussen.
No, no, I'm not
That's
saying
why.
today. I'm saying of speaking of the 2024 T20 World Cup.
India versus South Africa.
Absolutely, but I think the way that Indian bowling was, I think once everybody got out, that's what I'm feeling. He's not getting the support. He's not getting the support from the other batsmen. So
Yes,
that
previous highest was Virender Sehwag in 2002 against England. Then Josh Inglis has also joined with
Hmm.
him against England this year. Before that,
Yeah.
Shikhar Dhawan versus South Africa in 2013.
man, Shikhar Dhawan was something else in
He
Yeah,
knockouts.
was
sad, but
different. He was a different beast.
okay. So 2015, India Australia got reversed. Thankfully for Indian fans, South
Hmm.
Africa and New Zealand didn't get reversed. I mean, the actually the batting and bowling got reversed. This time New
Actually,
Zealand batted
yeah,
first,
if you
the
talk
result
about
didn't get
Australian
reversed.
bowling, I was not expecting them that 20-30 runs. I feel they have given more. First of all, the target should have been under 350. 300 to 350 was backing South Africa, but I think the moment it cost 350, I think it gave
In
them
fact,
the mental advantage.
David Miller also may call it his day any day. I mean, I think he's been playing for quite some time. Maybe 2026 might be his last, if not 2027
And
max.
and one more thing is, yeah, I think yeah, he can call his day, and I think one tactical blunder which South Africa did was that sending they could have sent Millard up the order and Klaasen a bit lower. I think that was the mistake they did, and Klaasen, I think that was the shot which he played that time of Santner, which was not needed. It was like
Yeah, I think he could have seen
yeah,
off Sandner, knowing Sandner was the main threat.
absolutely. And then you see by how
Yeah,
many
I
runs they
think.
lost.
Yeah, so you guys just have a chat. I will just drop out for a while.
Yeah,
Mm,
but yeah, we can
Okay.
also wrap up
Okay.
in 5 to 10 minutes. But yeah, South Africa lost by how many runs? Let me check.
I think 50 runs today.
50 runs. And those 50 runs, like the way Klassen throwed his wicket, the way Markram throwed his wicket, I think it was they could have easily done that. Done that. They just needed to keep the wicket.
Bavuma also. I mean, he could have played with a better strike rate. I mean,
But you cannot expect Bahuma, the likes of Bahuma. I think Bahuma scoring a 50 is, I think, in a white ball is more than you could ask him to do.
yep, yep.
But thank you guys. It is been a great live, and
Yeah, I
the
think
comments are still
we
flowing.
have spoken non-stop. I think no pause today because there are so many comments, and it's all because of you guys. And thank you, and keep supporting
And
like this, and help us to increase our
And
subscriber
Samir
count.
Kayani has a comment that Shubman and Rohit both were flopped against two quality sides.
Yeah,
I think he's
absolutely,
talking
Shamir.
about New Zealand and Australia.
Hmm.
Don't you consider Pakistan a quality side, Shami? Because Gill scored there. Yeah, I think. Yeah, see, their skill couldn't
I think
score. I think.
he's mainly considering the last match based on his comment, India versus
No,
Australia.
I'm always telling in the group that he has to perform knockouts. Otherwise, you cannot be the next Virat Kohli. Unfortunately, you can score double hundreds for fun in series, but if you don't score us for the at the
Yeah, yeah.
knockout, it is no use actually. And I think this is the time, and
Okay,
this
okay,
is the opponent.
okay. He's saying a big no, I think.
I
So
think that
Pakistan is not a
answers my
quality
question.
side.
I think that answers my question. But
Hmm.
I think he has a good record against New Zealand also. I think he's averaging 54 against New Zealand. So I think what is the point of averaging that average if you cannot? So New Zealand is his best ODI time. He has a double century against New Zealand. So he has now it's his time. You cannot expect Virat Kohli every time to come when India is 30 for 1, 20
Yeah,
for 1 and delivered. I think at one day the law of average, as Ritik you correctly mentioned, will come and he will be out. And tomorrow I think I'm not telling that Virat Kohli cannot score. He can score. He is that great player. But if he doesn't score, you can't expect him to score every time.
yeah,
And same with
true.
Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer has been performing every time. So
Even I think Rohit hasn't been at his best. I mean, in this
yes,
city.
and normally the teams that win knockouts, if you check the history, the team that wins the tournament, one player has performed in the final, next player has performed in the semi-final. It it it's rare that both players can perform the
Yeah,
knockout.
yeah.
So the other players needs to step up. Otherwise, and these things, the top, especially the Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill, it's high time now. At least give India the 70-run start. If you give them the 70-run start, the New Zealand players will feel the pressure. No matter how good a fielding side they are, they know that the par score here is 270. And the kind of Indian, if India bats first, and I think if India batters can get past 270 plus, it is India's game. Nobody's stopping that. I want to know your suggestions with it. What do you feel?
See, with New Zealand, I would still say that, I mean, try and get as close to 300 if you can. New Zealand anyway is a
The
very
thing is
quality
that,
side.
yeah, 300 has not been made recently in Dubai grounds. So that's an unfortunate reality. And I think the nature of the surface you can tell or what. But I think, yeah, I don't know whether
And
India can get
plus with
300.
New Zealand bowling, if India bats first anyway, 300 is a difficult because they are not a side to, I mean, play with, because their bowling is pretty good. I mean, so it's you just can't, I mean, go
India
and
scored
smash them for fun.
400
Yeah.
against New Zealand in the semi-final in the 2023 World Cup. But you cannot expect those to happen every time because that was a different pitch. That was a flat one-day track, Wankhede track. But I think, yeah, if the match happened in Pakistan, I could have told that India would score to 400 easily. Not 400, but at 350 plus. But in these conditions, I'm not sure that
But
India would score
see, you will
300.
you will have to maximize. And anyway, I mean, if India bats first, I mean, more than the pacers, more interested in guys like Sandner, because their overs will be very crucial, and how you
But
can see those
but
overs
I think,
off,
yeah, I think
that's important.
Matt Henry has been a nemesis for India. So I think India has to see up his spell. I'm not. Jamieson is not in his usual best. So, but we all know what he did to India in the World Test Championship 2021. So
Yeah,
India has to see the fast bowler spell. It will not suit the fast bowling. That's a different case. But you have to see of their spell. But I think if India loses, for an instance, in 10 overs, the power play, if they're 60 for 1, I would say that India has an advantage. What are your thoughts?
yeah, but
But don't lose more than 1 wicket. And then Indian batters are done well throughout the 11 to 40 overs. They can
yeah.
rotate the strike. Then the likes of Virat Kohli and all can come into picture where they can rotate the strike, cut singles and doubles, and carry the score forward.
See, yeah, true, true. Okay, so let me
But if
just take Shamir's comment and then I will
yeah,
give my views. 300 is going to be a winning total.
absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely, Shamir.
But I think it's 270 plus. Not even 300 is required.
Okay, so yes, coming to the question that you were asking. So, see, for me, it's absolutely the same thing that what I used to see in IPL. I mean, no, not I'm not comparing the two formats, but I'm just going to give you an analogy. So, whenever a team plays KKR or let's say GT, the first thing they think about is, okay, so guys, we have to play 16 overs. You take away Sunil Narayan, you take away Rashid Khan. The players focus on how we can maximize those 16 overs. I think, given the form that Sandner is in, given the fact that he has already played in UAE, in Dubai, so I think those 40 overs, how you are going to target and which bowlers you are going to target apart from Sandner, that will make a huge, huge, huge impact on the game. Because Sandner, we all know
Absolutely.
the current form he is in. I'm not saying that he can't get smashed, but he's definitely not your first bowler to target. Definitely not. If you can hit him, there's nothing like it.
And
But
absolutely. And
you
I
need
think
to, yeah, yeah,
here the importance of Shreyas Iyer comes. because Shreyas Iyer has been vital, has destroyed Santner for fun. So I would say that if you talk about playing spin bowling, Shreyas Iyer should be the main factor tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing I was saying, that I mean, any good team, any wise teams that I've seen in IPL, they never go after their best bowlers. They will always try to see them off, rotate the strike, not give any wickets to them, because if they get the wickets, they will definitely, I mean, pounce on you and they will get over you. So yeah, they will come at your face.
Absolutely,
Okay, I think we have a
absolutely. You should
comment.
always target the bowlers
Yeah,
where scoring runs is
yeah,
not
yeah.
that whom can score more runs and capitalize. 270 should
270
be
should
chased
be
by
chased
India,
by
but
India, but if India batted first, then it will be a good total for New Zealand. That's what Abhishek was saying. But if 270,
yes,
Shamir, make that
absolutely.
290. Make that 290, because 20 runs anyway New
Yes,
Zealand will always save
yes,
with their fielding. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, but I think India would look to bat first. I think not chase, because chasing in knockout is always a big pressure. Also the toss is not in our hands, but I think if India wins
yeah.
the toss, which Rohit Sharma has haven't, he has lost 14 tosses in a row, but have won all the matches. So we want uh, so toss. I think we want him to lose another one more, but I think yeah, I think it will be a good contest, and uh,
See,
I
it's
think
that's
it's
the
all for the
thing. The
batters.
two, perhaps the two best teams, perhaps the two best teams of this tournament playing on the final, and it would be really
Absolutely,
great to see that which team can hold their nerves better. And the another point, so we are only talking about batting and fielding, but the time and time again I'm emphasizing that fielding will come into play. Those important catches you will have to take, those important runouts you will have to capitalize, because it will boil down to that. Because New Zealand, given such a good fielding team, India cannot take loose. I mean, India
and we
cannot,
have
I
to
mean,
capitalize
take
on
it
those
lightly.
moments. For instance, the
Yeah,
round which Shreyas Iyer did in the Australia game, we
yeah,
have to come up
exactly,
with
exactly.
those kind of
I mean,
moments,
had Alex Carey stayed, I mean, easily 20 runs more could have been scored.
and which could have added to the pressure. Absolutely,
And who knows, Australia would have played the finals. We never know.
like
So,
chasing 280 on a Dubai track and chasing 265. That it's always about the 10-50 runs extra that which adds to the mental pressure.
so fielding has to be spot on. I mean, take my word for it. Fielding has to be spot on
But
that.
Shamir,
You
thank you
just
so much.
can't.
That it's very great to see that you're showing the sportsman spirit, and yeah, and always that, and you are like so much dedicated to analyzing all the points correctly, which we are analyzing now, and
Yeah,
I think coming up with
and
the
it's
best
good to see
solutions.
that he is also always ready to take a dig at his own team. Something that I don't normally see with fans. I mean, they're always in a quest to defend their own teams, no matter what. So it's good to see, Shamir, that you are actually talk like a true cricket fan, and not
True
just a
cricket
true
fans,
Pakistani fan.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's very great to see. And this is the I think the beauty of our channel, that unless that we have true viewers who understand the game so well.
yeah,
We have the likes of Baldan Cricket, the likes of Shamir Kayani, the likes of 2 years ban,
yeah.
and lot of others. They truly understand the game very
Yeah,
well.
mostly I've seen that our audience are very logical and very practical when it comes to judging or analyzing, and that's exactly what we want and what we aim to do as well. I mean, very rarely you will see that we try to make some biased judgment. We try to
Yes,
speak it based on facts, based on stats,
yes.
and
See,
based on our own analysis. Yeah,
emotionally, we all want India to win. There is no second thoughts
yeah,
about that. I think Ritik also obviously doesn't want New Zealand to win, but but as a channel, we told today that what could be the key factors for India, what could be the key factors for New Zealand. We analyzed, I think, both of them in detail, and I think that's what I think our job is.
and if you ask
Unfortunately,
me, as of now, it's 50-50. No
it's
team
50
I'm seeing
50
ahead. It's 50
It's
50.
50 for
Yeah,
people will tell, and heard what like the medias and all would tell that Arey Jeet gaya India कोई भी आए, but it's not the case. The
because we
pressure
all
of
know
finals
how New Zealand has been playing in this tournament.
yes, the pressure of finals is completely different. The only advantage India is having is that India is undefeated, so they are going with the momentum. But I think the pressure of finals is completely different. Semi-finals and finals, it's all the pressure of finals, and I would say it all also depends on some 10% or 20% luck. If you remember, I think Kohli's catch was dropped. Rohit Sharma two catches were dropped. Same with Steve Smith, the ball hitting the bails, but the stumps not coming out. So those luck factor is there. But at the end of the day, it all depends on like who holds the nerve the best. But in my view, 50-50, yes, I would say for 50 to 48. The reason because India has quality spin all-rounders, but that percentage will surely come down if Indian batting doesn't well. It all depends on how the Indian batting will do. Because I'm feeling that Indian bowlers would be, I think, will do a great job. The likes of Shami has
Yeah,
come to form. The likes of Varun Chakravarti is there. Kuldeep Yadav, I'm a bit skeptical about because
I think
unfortunately has
Varun
not been able
Chakravarti
to.
gives me a lot of confidence, and he is the perfect counterpart of Mitchell Santner in the Indian side.
Yeah, Varun Chakrabarti is there. Akshay Patel is there in these conditions. Jadeja, obviously,
Yeah,
he has done especially in this tournament, he has done wonders. So I think if Kuldeep can step up his game and I think deliver for India, I think India will be unstoppable. But I think yeah, a great match.
I think it would be a final to watch out for, no matter which team wins. It will be a final to watch for.
But for me, I
Okay,
think they will
well,
not. I think they will not
yeah,
change the combination as of now because I think normally people teams don't change their combination. If they played in semi-final, they will not change in final. And Williams has a century, so I think you cannot ignore that one. What are your thoughts, Ritik?
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
both will be going with
especially
the same team unless any
should
injury
be,
happens.
unless some, yeah, exactly, unless an injury happens, they should go with the same, especially India will go with the same team. And I think similar for New Zealand as well. I mean, you don't want to try and test too much, especially just before the final, because that can actually, I mean, it can hamper the balance of the side, it can hamper the bonding, the entire structure. It all of a sudden it needs to be revamped, and that's something that normally good teams don't want that too in knockouts, definitely not. So yeah. Okay, so we are 1 hour 6 minutes, man. I still can't believe it. I mean, the live has been
Yes,
so interactive today.
yes, yes.
Oh man,
And we want
the
such
comments
and
have
the
been
live was
like
not that
anything.
interactive like compared to the India won yesterday, but today the live was very interactive. I would say the
Yeah,
moment from
yeah,
the moment I joined, so I think it's time to wrap it up. I think yeah, we can tell one of our backend teams, I think Saptarshi, to close
yeah.
the
I
live,
think
and he can.
let's wait for a few minutes. I mean,
Yes,
meanwhile we
yes,
can ask Saptarshi to be
yes.
ready and
I'm
close the
I'm
live.
telling him.
Yeah,
I'm messaging him. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
thank you
guys,
all for
5-10
joining.
minutes more. Yeah, five. Let's wait for 5 minutes, and if
Mm,
there are any comments, we can take. Yeah,
yes, let's go for 5 minutes because
and
I think it's
yeah,
very
and
late
meanwhile
there
you
in
can.
India.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close to 11:30 in the night. So anyone watching any of your anyone having any comment, any thoughts, anything, any video you would like us to
And
make on, anyway we are planning a video on Steve Smith, considering that the great has decided to I mean quit call time on his career in ODIs. So yeah, definitely some
yeah,
content
we
will
are
be out
planning a
very
video on
soon.
Steve Smith, and I think we have
Yeah.
3 days left. I think Wednesday is over, so Thursday, Saturday,
Hmm.
Sunday. So we have 3 days left, right? So I think we will be coming
Yeah,
the
yeah.
live on. I think we will be coming live on Saturday. I think one squad by squad, like the team analysis, also we can come up with,
We
like
can come
what
up
is
with a
their
preview. Yeah, with a
preview
preview.
and the support that which you have all have shown. I think it will be. I think we'll try. We'll try to be the best in this tournament. I think.
Okay, I think Saptashi or someone has joined. I'm not able to see the name, but someone has joined the screen. I can see.
Yeah, I think it's.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, I think it's been a great live, and if you have any comments, you can shoot us and let us know what are suggestions or
Yeah,
feedback.
I haven't been bored, guys. I mean, definitely I can say from my point. I can't say about from your perspective, but your comments have made it has made the live really interesting. So I think
Absolutely.
Saptashi, is it you? Is it you who has joined? If you can
So is it you?
confirm,
Then yeah, then you can
then
close
maybe
the
we
live.
can, yes, slowly close it for the day. I'm not sure because I can only see. I mean, we can't see his face actually, and the name
Yeah,
is also not coming up. So I'm not sure. Okay, I don't see any more comments as well. So I think Abhishek, have you? I mean, had a word with Saptarshi, so we can
I had a word with
make.
Saptashi. He told okay. So
Okay, okay, yes. So Saptarshi, I think he has confirmed. So he's there, and slowly we will call it a day, guys. So yeah,
thank you so
no, I
much, guys.
don't see any more comments. So I think yes. Then let's close it. Or do we have one more comment? Okay, Shamir is saying bye, guys. Thanks, Shamir.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. Thanks
thanks,
a lot.
Amit.
Thanks a
And
lot.
thanks everybody for joining. So
Thanks
Saptashi, if you are
everyone. Thanks to
watching,
both of you. Thanks
uh,
Saptarshi. Thanks Abhishek, and thanks to our
our
guys
backend
as
team,
well.
can who are watching,
Yeah,
please close it. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, guys. Cheers, and please stay tuned. Please stay tuned. Thank you so much. Yeah.